Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bhandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Vrindai Tulasi Devai Vyaye Keshavasya Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyateyam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Bola Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare. Bolo Shri Guruji Maharaj ki jai, Shri Swami Prabhupada ki jai, Samasta Rupani Guri Guru Varga ki jai, Saparshad Gaur Hari ki jai, Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Shri Radharamju ki jai, Shri Radharamju ki jai, Shri Vishakasta Sakhi Vrinda ki jai, Shri Parati Adi Manjali Vrinda ki jai, Hidai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Hare Krishna. And pranams, dear devotees. So, I'm not here to teach or to impress or to speak eloquent words, to try to dazzle or give many different conceptions. I'm here to share a little meditation, many words to explain 1-2 words, 1-2 ideas. That's it. Why so much katha? What can we absorb? That's why we chant Mahamantra, because we can absorb it. We chant again and again and again, so we can absorb it. So really, in katha, we should try to absorb one thing and adopt that in our life, so that we can make positive progress towards our aim and objective, transcendental loving engagement and relationship with the divine couple in our path of Bhakti Yoga. And I'd like to also share some of our meditations about our aspiration here in this ashram, and about our beloved Shri Vigraha, Shri Radharamanju, Dita Vishaka, Mr. Sakis, Shri Ruparati Manjalis, and our Guru Padma and our Swami Prabhupada. One time our Gurudev asked a very special disciple of Swami Prabhupada, "Can you paint my heart?" And from that request, the Sevakunj painting was done over a course of many months before Gurudev traveled in the West. And Shamarani Mataji, under his direct guidance, correcting every little detail, manifested this Sevakunj painting. So the heart of Guru is, what is the heart of Guru? From the heart of Guru comes Krishna. Any Thakurji, any deity, for it to be bona fide, manifests from the heart of the pure devotee. Then it's considered bona fide, authorized.
vidhi processes can be done to invoke, but God is not controlled by an invocation done without pure love from the pure source, pure devotee. So this Thakurji was manifested from that meditation on the heart of Sri Guru. Jiske jaise bhavana jaise harimura tika tinte. We say God is one, yet each devotee of the Lord have their own unique relationship and therefore their own perception. Therefore Krishna has many names. So this Thakurji also, it said that every disciple will have their own unique relationship with the Guru. Now I'll jump to a very high conception. If we aspire to go back to Godhead, there you always have some intimate group. Right? This festival is nice because it's intimate. There's not 20,000 people. That's also a very nice festival. So in the spiritual world, we have festivals with 20,000, with 50,000, with 100,000, with 100 million. Satakoti means a lot. But also, sometimes we want to serve with intimate group. And that intimate group will have some special relationship and some bandha. This means relationship. And special vision. So that means the heart of Guru is Sri Vigraha, but that also manifests according to the disciples' vision of Guru and relationship with Guru. So this Thakurji is manifested from the vision of our dear Vaishnav, our senior Vaishnav Mahant, our leader in our Vrindavan ashram. So he manifested these Thakurji from that heart. This is very special. Guru is always looking at Krishna, but Vaishnav is always thinking of Guru. Guru is always absorbed in Krishna, but Guru Das, disciple of Guru, is always thinking of the heart of Guru. So these Thakurji are not manifested by, they are manifested by the Bhakta who is one-pointed Tadatma with the heart of Guru, and therefore is manifesting the heart of Guru for the benefit of the whole world. And with that in mind, the meditation I'd like to offer here is the mood of the disciple, the mood of the bhakta, the mood of the das. Not the mood of the acharya lila. What is the das lila? What is the mood of the real servant? And that's something that we're all aspiring to be. Actually, every guru is das. And actually, we should not think das is a menial position. Das is the highest position. It's something that we aspire for. Age hoi mukti tabe sarva bandhanas tabe se hoite pare Shri Krishna das. First, you get mukti, freedom from all the bondage of Maya, then you can become servant of Krishna in the spiritual world, with him in relationship. So this sevak position is actually the highest that we aspire for. Therefore Mahaprabhu said that Britya Britya Paricharaka Britya 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 Sitimang Smaralokanatha. I want to be the servant of 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 the servant. We think, oh, in mature world, we think, oh no, I want to practice spiritual life and bhakti and I hear I have to become servant of the servant of the servant. This means you get Maha, 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 Maha Prasad. With every iteration, it becomes more sweet. Sukha Mukhad Amrita Dharma Samyutam. With every iteration, it becomes more and more sweet. But we think, oh, service, I have to be a servant. Tell me a relationship without some seva and how there's any sweetness there. Our nature is to love and to serve. That is our nature as living beings. Bob Dylan had a famous song. You gotta serve somebody. You can do it with love, you can do it by force, but you can do it for love of self, you can do it for love of God, or love, or so-called love of each other. But here in this space, our meditation is that we're creating a center, to come to the center, to have a realignment of the center, Because it is our understanding that our center has been lost in material existence. We have lost our center, and our culture has lost its center. Why? Because we all put ourselves at the center, and we all become at odds with each other, fighting for the position of God. And that everyone else should be my das. I should be the center of attention. But this center is where we are establishing the true center, which is the remedy for a sick culture, a narcissistic, self-obsessed culture, where if someone doesn't please my desire, if someone doesn't serve me, then I don't like them. How is that going to work? Then everyone has to fight for the competition to be worshipped. But in a spiritual society, in a spiritual abode, the basis is love and affection. And the secret of love is that it develops. So this is not a mechanical process. This is not an artificial process. This is not a superimposed process. Bhakti is natural. Priti or prem, Krishna says, Bhukti mukti jiya jaan palaya. Krishna bhakti nade rakina lukaya. If you worship God, you can get opulence, you can get enjoyment, you can get a kingdom, you can go to heaven, you can rule heaven, you can rule the universe. You can get a planet like God, you can get a form like God, you can merge with the impersonal spirit of God, you can do all those things. And Krishna will easily give it. But his own sambandha relationship, love, that is exclusive. That you must receive by his willing offering of himself. But Krishna is very merciful. So he says, Man mana bhava mad bhakto, you can become related to me. But there's a process. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says a verse. Shiver swarup hoy, Krishna nitya das. Krishna kashta shakti, Veda Ved Prakash. Within this Veda Ved Prakash, there's a secret. That's the secret to prem, the secret to love, the secret to bhakti. What does it mean to be Veda Ved Prakash? First, we have to understand that we are different. We are not God. We are a distinct living entity. But Abed means the only way to develop true closeness, that means simultaneously different and also same. Non-different is only by prem. Because this divine love makes you so absorbed in your object of love that you can finally take rest. The ego can do sayan. The false ego can take rest, relax for once. And we can go from I consciousness to you consciousness. That's the secret to prem. Man mana bhava mad bhakto means we go from I consciousness to Krishna consciousness. From I consciousness, from I am the center of the world, I am the center of the universe, everything in the universe is meant to please me, to my beloved is the center of my universe. Then nothing outside will shake your relationship. Because in life, we're all trying to be happy from external things. From status, from sense pleasures, from relationships, from so many things. But Vedanta says, happiness is ultimately coming from within. Why? Because we are all ultimately self-interested beings. And that's good. But we just have to understand our real self, and our real self of the self, that is Krishna, or God. And so our culture here is to teach that here we're all coming together in community to serve the center. The true center is Krishna. That is the center. That is the recipe for a healthy community. That is the recipe for a healthy society. That is the recipe for a healthy culture. No one loses. Everyone wins. Krishna says in the Gita, Samoham sarva bhuteshu. All beings are equal in the eyes of God. Man, woman, high, low, this race, that place, this place. Every living being, the ant and the human being, are both equal in the eyes of God. But we think the ant is in my way, I will crush it. Narad Muni once gave initiation to someone who was very violent. And he came back a year later with his friend, another sage, and when they visited the ashram of this violent hunter, he came to greet his guru and there were many ants in the pathway. He didn't think I was the center of existence, I will trample on these ants. Very softly, with great honor and respect, he got down on the floor and very gently. Not, hey, move. Please, I don't want to step on you, can you move aside? We also have the story of Jad Bharat. He was carrying King Rahugana, and the palanquin was wobbling. The king was being carried, no problem. The king gets more than the ant, no problem. But he also gets a little wobble. Little wobble, why? The pure devotee was carrying him. Jad Bharat means pagal. We want to become mad to this world like Jad Bharat. Then we can get spiritual perfection. Ultimately in life, Edehan timakale rakibo jamuna jare. Jamuna salile pagalini prai. End of our life, we hope to at least finally become mad to this world, lost in God consciousness. End of our life. Those who are fortunate can taste that along the way. But look at Jad Bharat. He was protecting the ants. So he was carrying the king, making a mistake in his dharma. You are a servant, you are supposed to worship the king. But what about the ant? So he was wobbling, and the king chastised, finally said, I will kill you. No problem. Jad Bharat, they already tried to kill him once. What happened that time? Oh, we're going to offer you to Kali Mata, a very nice, pure person. Kali Mata said, better luck next life. She dispatched them. So Jad Bharat, who was a fool, Jad means inert, fool, no knowledge. He who had no knowledge gave the true knowledge. And then that king's heart changed. So our meditation is, how can we serve that divine culture? How can we meditate on that? The speciality of you consciousness is that you are also there. This is love. Bed abed prakash. I love you. It's not one-sided. The gopis asked Krishna, what is love? She said, oh, how can you understand with these mundane words? Radharani said, love cannot be understood with your mind and your intelligence. Love can be experienced, then it can be, you can attempt to express it. The love is experienced. So our aim and object is not to be I. It's to serve you, Krishna, the supreme subject. It's described by Jiva Goswami, like every living entity is like a particle of light coming from the supreme source of all, Shri Krishna. So especially in this community and these festivals, how can we develop that consciousness? Therefore, we come together. When we come together, we have to learn the principle of serving each other, taking care of each other, loving each other, and then singing together. I is not lost. The self is not lost. False self is lost. False ego is lost. False pride is lost. But then when you develop love, Srimati Radhika speaks about prem. She's actually qualified to speak about prem. So she says that actually when you have mamata, which means prem, mamata is the quality of prem, possessiveness. You are mine, like Madhya Yashoda to Krishna. You are my son. So when you possess mamata, it leads to a form of pride. So we are not against pride. We are trying to develop real pride. Our Gurudev, actually Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings, Radhika dhasi jadi hoy abhiman Shigrai milai tabo gokulakan. We develop that ahankar, that abhiman. We have two sides. The material terms are said abhiman sudapan, gauravam shuddha roravam, pratishta sukadavishta, vayam tyaktva hari bhajat. Abhiman, pride is like liquor, making you mad. You know that they say that most violent crimes or under intoxication. Most murders are under intoxication, alcohol. The root cause, why? Abhiman Surapan. This Abhiman is like liquor, it makes you mad. Gauravam Shuddharoravam, this desire, Gaurav, I will be on earth. This Shuddharoravam, like hell. Pratishta Sukarirabhishta, and name and fame is like stool of a hog. But on the other side, what do we say? Radhika Dasi Jadi Hoya Biman, Shigra Milai Tava Gokula Khan, and Radharani's servant. This is my conception. This will purify everything. Narottam Das Thakur says what? Kam Krishna Arpane. You have lust, this is good. I remember hearing this maybe 20 years ago. Oh, lusty, pride. I asked Gurudev, I have so much pride. I didn't ask like that. I said, oh Gurudev, how to deal with pride? I was just thinking it's a good question. He said, this is a stupid question. Develop relationship. I've spoken about pride many times. Don't try to take away something. Engage it properly, add it. Kam, I have lust, good. Krishna Arpane. Why are you chanting Kam Gayatri? Don't chant Kam Gayatri if you don't want lust. If you want more lust, that means more desire. More desire, then you chant Kam Gayatri. Then you understand what is real relationship, real sambandha. Then this is not lust, this is prem. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, prem nirmal ashkar. Prem, love, is spotless, fulgent like the sun. You can find a spot. I dare you to try. Go to the sun and try to find a spot near the sun. It's only effulgent. Kam, andhakar, maya, lust, this is darkness. So how do we go to prem and leave kam? This is our sadhana. But this is a very critical sadhana. This is very difficult. Because from lifetimes and lifetimes we're based on survival instinct and everything is for me. Adulthood means someone else becomes more important than you. That's what it means to be a healthy adult. Someone else is more important than me. Therefore, I will take a bullet for my child. Right? Because someone else has become more important than me. So our spiritual culture is to teach us that God, don't think God, that person I love, is more important than me. I can develop you consciousness. That is Krishna consciousness. Then I am with that. Because with prem, with bhakti, what happens? Veda Ved Prakash. This is the secret of Ras dance. The gopis became so absorbed in Krishna, they forgot everything else. And they left everything else for Krishna. But this takes a change of... Therefore, this is called a mantra meditation. You have to change your focus so that you can come into that alignment at least sometimes of the day. Morning time, evening time, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Spend some time, a sadhana, not just chanting, but adjusting your focus to be Krishna conscious, you conscious, bhakti conscious. So that my Atma is focused on Paramatma. Then I develop my sambandha, my relationship of love. My relationship of prem. So we're all here having darshan, yes? We want to go from drishya mentality to drishta mentality. That is our change of focus. If you could do that, then Krishna consciousness becomes easy. You can slip into it, you can slip into that conscious stream. You'll slip out, no problem. This is natural, no problem. This is life. Brajbasis aren't worried about following bhakti. Brajbasis aren't trying to be pure devotees. Brajbasis love Krishna, they serve Krishna according to their relationship, according to their nature. They don't try hard to live. You are bhakta, that is enough. But some time of the day, you do some sadhana where you specifically become Krishna conscious. You go from the seer to the seen. This is your meditation. I am seen. I am in the eyes of God. Then you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Then Krishna is the focus. If I am seen, I want to see everything. I am the seer. Everything in our culture now is based on seeing and being seen, but in what way? With I at the center. But being seen with Krishna at the center. So my adoption is in Krishna, And then Krishna is, this is love, relationship. In Braj Lila, you never hear Krishna's alone, everyone's worshipping him, ringing bells, Krishna's sitting and being worshipped. Krishna's playing with the cowherd boys according to their relationship, dancing with the gopis according to their relationship, with Madhya Yashoda and Nanda Baba according to their relationship. And he is present, omnipotent, omnipresent with all of his devotees. That is God consciousness. So we can do that meditation. Try it. 2 minutes, 1 minute. I tell people spiritual life is easy. It takes 2 seconds. Krishna, and offer your consciousness to Krishna. My Atma, so we can learn, if you do this sadhana, then you can gradually learn to be aware of your thoughts. First is awareness. Start to be aware. What is my thought? What am I thinking of? What am I thinking of? And then you can start to, when you develop a little bit more strength versus awareness, then Krishna says in the Gita, you should put a candle. You should put up a candle and absorb, imagine your consciousness between your eyes. And be one pointed on that candle. And Krishna says, don't close your eyes. Why? As soon as you close your eyes, you go back into me. Subconscious mind, subtle body. So therefore he said, don't close your eyes. Sit in a clean place. He said yoga cannot be perfected in a noisy place, in a disturbed place, and where there's some threat potential. Let's say yogis go in caves. In your house, you find your sadhan cave. Our Gurudev would say, hide in a closet and chant for half an hour. Gurudev would say like that, hide in a closet and chant for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And then you do kirtan together, but hide in a closet, do it, find your cave. No noise, no distraction, no phone, no ringtone. This half hour, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes for Krishna. And what do we do there? Focus. Therefore Krishna says, you can light a candle and just look at it. How long you can look at it? And forget everything else, because everything else is Maya. False, illusion. Asat. If you're in samsara, everything else is asat, temporary. Nasato vitate bhava. But if you bring Krishna in the center, everything becomes sat. Grihe thako, vane thako, sada hari bole thako. Household life, family life. In Kali Yuga, no sannyas. You cannot leave everything. Kali Yuga, bhakti sannyas means serve bhakta samaj. Serve the devotees, in the communities with devotees. Don't run away. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings. Anyhow, try to do some sadhana. That's why we established Vigraha. Vigraha brings Krishna and Sri Radha into the center. In our home, they are the center. Don't be afraid of life. Our teaching is that life is sacred. Don't be afraid of life. Don't be afraid of your desires. Don't be worrying about, oh, I am this, I am that, I have this habit, that habit. All these things are Maya, asat. But try to focus some time on your real heart, and the heart of your heart, the self of yourself, which is Krishna. Then you can develop Krishna consciousness, a little bit every day. So that is why our temple, the meditation here is that the temple, the deities are the heart of Guru, not our hearts. You see, this is Drishtamut, Drishyamut. No, I am not manifesting Thakurji. My Gurudev's heart is Thakurji. I will serve my Gurudev's heart. I don't want. This is where the sweetness is. No sweetness in being Guru. No sweetness in being. Krishna himself said, I'm tired of being avatar after avatar after avatar, establishing dharma, killing the demons, doing this, doing that. Krishna had to leave Braj and the gopis were lamenting. We said this the other day. Mahaprabhu left, he took sannyas, he left. Was this pleasing Vishnu Priya and Sachi Mata? They didn't want him to go, and we don't meditate on Sannyasi Mahaprabhu. Don't meditate on Sannyasi Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu takes sannyas? How is it possible to take sannyas? Therefore Nityananda broke his danda. Stupid danda? Well, break it. What is this sannyas? No. You are Navadvip, Gauranga. You are not Chaitanya. You are Gauranga. You have some temporary lila, okay, sannyasi, Chaitanya, very good. But you are Gauranga. You are Nadia Bihari. Sachimata Pranadhana, Vishnu Priya Pranadhana, Gadadhara Pranadhana. This is Prem. So Krishna left this position to experience the mood of the devotee. Aham Bhakta Paradino. Krishna says, I am subordinate to my devotees. Aham Bhakta Paradino, Yasvatantri Vadija. Krishna said, I cannot be conquered. I am Ajit. I cannot be conquered, but the devotees conquer me with their love. So you consciousness, love isn't a loss. It's not a losing proposition. Bhakti is not a losing proposition. It's a winning proposition. We recognize within our heart, Krishna is present, God is present. Learn to acknowledge that presence. That's it. He's in your heart. That's why it said, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sattva. It's there. Krishna is there. God is in your heart. You don't have to install it. He's there. You have to recognize, if you want. There's a story of Puranjana. Puranjana is the story of the Jiva with Purush Bhav. Bhagavatam. Puranjana, it's described as a very elaborate, beautiful allegory. External, I want to enjoy everything. The kingdom, the wife, the beauty, the husband, everything is for my enjoyment, and I will be in that kingdom of the body. I will be in the kingdom of the body. And my mind and my senses and everyone around me is to serve me. The end of that is suffering. Old age, death, disease. Suffering. But after this story of suffering, Puranjana took birth again. This time he became Puranjani. Some progress. He went from Puranjana to Puranjani. Some progress. From male mentality to female mentality. Puranjana to Puranjani. But he was still attached, is the problem. Then he married Puranjana. Marriage means we're marrying our false ego. We're marrying our false ego. We want to find a good false ego that matches with me and will serve me, and then we are married. So Puranjana married Puranjani. Next life, Puranjani married Puranjana. Marrying each other's false ego. This is material life. But after her husband left her body, his body, whichever one it was at that life, then one beautiful personality came. This lady, who was in the last life man, enjoying the world, searching, it said he was traveling. The soul was traveling everywhere to find a place where I can enjoy as king of the world, as God. But next life, when she was offering her husband to the fire, after he passed, she was thinking, what to do now? I'm alone, I have no protector. And she called out to God, and he walked into her life. Finally she called out, Krishna is as far away as your prayer. He walked into her life, oh my dear friend, I do not impose myself. Krishna does not impose himself. You have been away from me a long time, I am just watching. God does not impose himself. Why? This is not love. Krishna is simply watching. What do you do today? What do you do tomorrow? This life, next life. But also, Radharani is watching and Krishna is watching, and sometimes Krishna's tear comes. Why? Ekadashi manifest. Ekadashi Devi, how did she manifest? When Krishna and Arjuna were going to find the sons of their guru, they had to go beyond this material universe to, it's called like Nirvan Loka. And beyond that, and then they saw the supreme Karadaksha Vishnu, causal Lord, from whom all the universes manifest from his pores and everything. And then they saw they were with him. When the whole universe goes back again, that black hole, what is at the center of the black hole? God. That's the center. Everything comes back together at the end of the universe, and then we're back with inside. Karadaksha Vishnu. People say, what's the center of the black hole? Krishna. All attractive. All attractive. But it's sweet. Then we're at peace for like 1 trillion years. But because we still have material desires, then again we are born samsara. Because Krishna doesn't impose. So Puranjana came, then Puranjani came, then Paramatma came. Oh, you've forgotten me? So it said that when Krishna went there with Arjuna, they had to go through hell on the way. And Krishna was crying. Why is hell? People say God is at fault. Everyone is fighting to be God. killing each other to be God, then how is that God's fault? How is that his fault? That is hell. Hell is also here on earth. You can find it. You can find hellish conditions. I don't believe in hell. Do you believe in suffering in this world? So it's said that the root of all suffering is this ahankar and conflict. So Krishna was crying. And Ekadashi Devi manifested. Just follow this and you'll be saved. Radhika's tear came and our Guru Varga appears. One tear, one Guru Varga, one Acharya. To teach us this spiritual culture. Every Guru is Das and the Das. That is their mood because that is their love. These Thakurji are not. They are manifested from the disciple who is always absorbed in Sri Guru. Day and night, anytime you talk with them, they'll tell you a story of Gurudev that is like today's story. Or yesterday's story. Oh, last night in his dream he was telling me this. This morning, you can hear that. Sankaracharya also describes stories like that. Adi Sankaracharya would say, oh, my Guru Maharaj came in my dream and spoke with me and told me this. This means Guru. You're connected in that line because you developed bhakti, which means I am not the center, my Guru, his Guru, ultimately Radha Krishna, and I'll develop a relationship with them. Then what does Bhakti Bandhav Thakur sing? If you live your life like this, Jedina grihe bhajana deki grihe te golokabai. Your home becomes like the spiritual world. Your home becomes like the spiritual world. This is Bhakti Bandhav Thakur's statement, 7th Goswami. If I see anyone doing bhajan, then that place is like the spiritual abode. So that is our hope. The center is our hope. We don't want to make a big temple. We want to make a beautiful home for Radha Krishna. That is our aspiration here. Right? Why? For the last year, Vaishnavas have been telling us, from the beginning, they wanted a nice temple. But we are weak and mad and foolish. Oh, okay, you have this barn, fix it up, no problem. But they had first sketched a plan. Why? Not for a temple, for a home. We want to make a home for the divine couple, where we can serve them. Then that grihe, that home, becomes like Goloka. Like a embassy, like a prakosht in the material world of spiritual consciousness. So therefore that is our meditation. This is the center for the divine couple and the temple for the heart of our Guru, where we can all come together to serve that divine center, that sacred center, and then that is Rasa dance. Our community can be Rasa dance. Not any dance and singing, but Lord Brahma, the creator, secondary creator, first son of Krishna, what does he say? In the spiritual world, every step is a dance, every word is a song. Lord Brahma says, Brahma Samhita, Mahaprabhu brought this book and said, read it. 2 books, Krishna Karnamrita, Brahma Samhita. Mahaprabhu brought back, he said, I went 6 years to South India to collect few people, to speak with some people, and to give you these books. And Brahma says, every step is a dance, every word is a song. Why? Krishna's at the center, then Krishna's dancer. If you think of Krishna, how can you not dance? If you think of Krishna, develop a relationship with Krishna, it's impossible not to dance. Impossible. Krishna will say, you want to be with me, but dance. He'll bring an old man, old lady, 85, 90, but Krishna will make them dance. Their body may not even be able to dance, but their heart will dance. You see our acharyas, before they leave this world, Swami Prabhupada, he would manifest dancing poses. Our Gurudev, he would manifest dancing poses. Why? Krishna starts to dance in the heart. So, he's preparing our place there to dance with Krishna. But don't think it only as a dance. It's the dance of life. If you're in a dance, who are you dancing with? Dancing with the community. Serve that community with a culture of service and love. Everyone I meet is more important than me. This is spiritual life. So you should treat everyone like they're the most important person in the world. Because they are to themselves. And that is good. We are teaching, I was recently in Europe. They tell me about spiritual life. I said, very simple. Selfless is good, selfish is better. Real selfishness. Happiness, we heard from Maharaja yesterday. Happiness is good, bliss is better. We are not lost in that, we are found. We do not lose ourselves in bhakti, we find ourselves in bhakti. Because we are all searching for relationship, but we have to come to that platform where we can see the dignity, the honor, the sacred value in every entity, not just mine. The ant is as valuable as I am. The ant has just as much honor and dignity as I do. So I should not disturb him. He is minding his business, I'm minding my business. This is called spiritual culture. So this is the basis for a harmonious, loving society which can, to a very limited extent, aspire to reflect that spiritual abode. But Krishna is also very merciful. He will not give us the kingdom of heaven on this earth without Him. Because that will again lead to suffering. So those sufferings that come to us, we accept as our merciful gift. Why? Because the waves of samsara will come anyhow. So we pray that we can transcend the ocean of emotions and truly enter that abode of divine bliss, divine service. That is Vrindavan. If you read about Vrindavan, every step is a dance, every word is a song, because everyone is in that mood of relationship with the center. The true center within, the heart, Atma, Paramatma. Then you develop ecstasy. And what is the expression of ecstasy? Find a little kid who's really happy and tell them to sit still. Oh, happy boy, sit still. Happy little girl, sit still. Right? When they're happy, they're ecstatic, they want to move. So bhakti is blissful. Why? When you're ecstatic, you find that ecstasy, that happiness within by developing new consciousness. Krishna, you are here in my heart. I recognize you. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, no problem. Why no problem? Because you should also have devotee consciousness. Oh Krishna, your devotees are so nice, I want to think of them also. Learn to manage your thoughts. And how to manage your thoughts? Surround yourselves with devotees. Surround yourself with devotees. Even they give you troubles, but be around devotees because you think, oh, this devotee is causing me so much pain. This devotee of Krishna is so annoying. But anyhow, you're thinking about Krishna's devotees. Krishna, why did you bring these devotees around me? Surround yourself with devotees. Even if they're driving you mad. But the point is, when you develop that internal relationship with Krishna, and you want to cook for Krishna, and you want to, instead, brahmacharis in the mat, they'll fight over the broom. Because I want to sweep Krishna's temple. Because it's so blissful. Because your heart is full of bliss. The activity is not what gives you bliss. Bliss is already there. And bliss is dynamic. Ecstasy is dynamic. Static means dead, jad. But ecstasy is dynamic. So it's bubbling up. We had our baby Keshav. And he wanted to wash pots. Because he was ecstatic. He had so much fun washing pots. After a few minutes he got bored. But he was happy when he was doing it. So we have to go back to that mentality. So we are here to serve the center. And more than that, we have to understand these things. But Krishna consciousness is there. We should develop the consciousness of serving the devotees, serving Guru Pad Padma. This is our recipe for happiness. All devotees. This becomes beautiful society. Our Gurudev would say, only control with love and affection. If you don't have love for someone, you have no right to chastise them. Love is the prerequisite for any correction. Before you correct someone, correct yourself. And then you can correct another. So we're praying and we're taking shelter. Shri Radha ki jai. This is how we can have beautiful place, beautiful society. And I was just thinking this while Kirtan was going on. How beautiful. Why? Theory is not so important. Practice is important. So Kirtan is our main practice. Harinam is our main practice. So this is our Harinam Mahotsav. And you add a little bit of theory with the practice, then it becomes really powerful. Why only practice without theory? They say, what's the difference between, they say 10,000 hours to get perfect in something. But they say many people do 10,000 hours of work. You don't become perfect at your job. It's easy to do. We do 10,000 hours of life quickly. But a little bit of theory, then your practice becomes, it leads to a positive outcome. Because you can set your intention, and your intention has the power to manifest, because that is karma. You manifest your reality over time, good thoughts and bad thoughts. So with our intention set, we can have a blissful experience and service to reality. Reality is not to serve us, we are here to serve reality. That is Krishna consciousness. We are alive to serve the center, to serve reality, the beautiful. And then, as I say sometimes, we are trying to be happy by our own efforts. Krishna is much more qualified to make us happy than we are. We are all trying to please ourselves. But if we offer Krishna a tulsi leaf and a drop of water, like a father is so happy, child is doing some little effort. But Krishna, the Supreme Creator, the Supreme Father, is infinitely more capable of making us happy than we are. That's why devotees are said to experience more bliss than Krishna. Because we are small and we are trying to please Krishna. But Krishna is great and He's trying to please us. Who is more capable? Krishna is more capable to make us happy, or we are more capable to make Krishna happy? Oh Krishna, take this offering. What did you make? Burnt with sweet rice? But Krishna smiled, no problem. It's not the offering that counts, it's the mood that counts. The point is that, what can we offer? What can we offer to Radharani? She has everything. She owns everything. She owns the heart of Krishna. What can we offer her? What can we offer Krishna? But we can offer our heart. And then we can develop happiness within. And then we can be blissful even in dire situations. We can know that center within. And then we can love and serve each other, honor each other, and tolerate situations in life. Tolerance is very important. Tolerance is another form of mercy. So we come together and we tolerate and we pray and we aspire to develop this mood. Chodata Purushaviman Kim Kari Hoilo Gokulakan. Then ego can take Vishram. Purushaviman can take rest. Go to sleep, soft and sweet. I remember growing up we had this chant. Someone probably knows it. What is it? Go to sleep, soft and sweet. Lord Chaitanya is dancing. Prabhu Nityananda sings. Krishna's name is everything. Gaur-Nitya. Who knows it? I don't know the rest. So this is our mood. It's very simple. You go to sleep, oh baby, my false ego, so jao. Okay, then from within that body, that seed of devotion, which is the seed of desire to have a relationship with Krishna, will start to sprout. Come up from the dirt, the mud, a little sprout, 2 creepers. Like you see a tulsi plant. Why do we serve tulsi? So beautiful. And you have to take so much care to take care of tulsi. Other plants are very strong. Tulsi Devi is so gentle. If you don't honor Tulsi Devi, I'm leaving. Not much. Little 1-2 flowers in the water. Not too much, not too little. Not too much sun. Not too much this. And many bugs will try to come and attack. So we protect our creeper like we protect Bhakti Devi, like we protect Vrinda Devi, like we protect Tulsi Devi. I protect my creeper. Anyone else is doing wrong, why should I destroy my life? Thinking about that. I may have to correct, but I will not lose my life in that correction. I am not Kalki Avatar. I will destroy all the demons in the universe. You have to destroy yourself first. You want to kill demons, first kill the demon within. Then you can become qualified to help others. We are praying here, but really our festival is sweetness and beauty. I was thinking we want to try to make this, right? Probably we'll tell some jokes after, no problem. We told a few nice Sarada jokes afterwards. But I want to sing one bhajan, okay? Shri Rupa Manjari Pada, and then Aarti. We'll have Aarti soon, okay?
Tulasi Rupa Manjari Pada Shri Mora Samprata Shri
Rupa Manjari Pada Se Mora Sampada
Shri Rupa Manjari Pada Shri